Hello everyone and welcome back. Well, it's some bad weather out there right now, but I still wanted to show that because I think it's looking so atmospheric and in a way also beautiful. And yeah, as we're looking at that, well, stormy it is outside, not so stormy inside. It's actually still pretty warm, 26 degrees. And we've just finished our first trade here with the trade board that I've started in the last episode. As we can see, we can also see that right now we got more tools again, some bit of stone, a bit of iron. And with that, we can go ahead and build some new stuff. So first of all, we have lots of work to do. As we can see, 91 happiness it is right now. Low happiness will make your citizens leave the town, and we can also see what makes them happy right now. For example, religion is at 100, very good, so the shrine is doing a good job there that we've built. Housing is only at 84%. Why? Well, first of all, we do have insulation, most of them. There's still insulation missing in those two new houses that we had. And I think we might also be running out of houses soon. So I'm going to ahead and build us another house, and I want to be, I want to keep that space here available for some future expansion then. For whatever, well, for public buildings, right, public houses and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and have this house then here at the end. So, well, kind of like here beside the sawmill. So it's probably going to be one of the last houses in this area there that we want to have. Next up would be my research. So we have finished the research on the Toolsmith. Now it's possible to build or to finally construct and craft tools. We don't have the workers for that, unfortunately, at the moment, so I will have to wait on that. But what we can have, since we have a bit of coin, construction goods. So we can have this policy here that we research, and this will make all our quarries, mines, brickworks and toolsmiths work 10% faster. Very nice. Takes a bit of time there to research, but we're getting there. And once I have that, we can have this decree here that we can enact for my people. And as expected, we're getting in a lot of residents there as well, a lot of new children because of these families here, right? So all of them are schooling, pooping around, of course, and making babies in the process. These houses here, this one is actually full with 6. They were very diligent, gotta say that. 4 children they have, and thus the house is full. Can a stone house house more people? Yes, it can. So it has 8 instead of 6. And the 2-story house can actually have 10. So pretty huge family then overall. They can really have a lot of fun in their beds in the 2-story stone houses. While that is going on, I still have now I think we have finished it. The construction goods. So let's go ahead. We have 3 influence. Influence is determined by our town size. And this one I can now enact my first policy, which cost me 1 influence and, whoa, 260 per year. It's quite expensive. How much do we produce? Can we see how much coin we get per year? I don't think that is possible. Stock? Nah, that's not it. Annual. It's also just something that shows me something. So I don't think it's possible really to see the amount of coin coming in. We are still going ahead and doing this. And we do get basically a huge bonus to all our construction material productions. It's enacted now, it's working, and we'll just see how much of an impact it has on our economy there. I'm also happy to see that the upgrades that we did to the hunting lodge, the fisherman, and to the gatherer shelter are finally bearing fruit again. So food is going up. We have a surplus production as we approach the next winter, the 3rd winter, and firewood is also pretty high. Coal is always low and down. Why? Because coal is of course being used right away in these houses here for heating, and well, that means we don't need that much firewood, and that's why firewood is so high up there on the list. Now, there's still not that many people growing up. We only have 3 young ones at the moment. I'm not trading so much at the moment because we don't really have a need for that, I think. I mean, tools might be interesting, but we can just produce those tools ourselves. So let's get rid of that dock worker here, disabling the docks, right? We don't need that. That little crap here is fleeing the scene. Probably was stuck in the docklands or something. Hopefully the fisherman doesn't see him. Might also be some good food there though. And what we can do now is we have 2 workers, and with that I would like to have my iron mine. There we have it. So this is producing then iron. It consumes lumber, more than lumber again. So we're still looking fine on the lumber side, but still we need to be careful there. And as we can see, 100% efficiency here in the mountain area, not everywhere though. Behind the stone mine, it's possible. So let's just have this one behind it as well, right? So it's kind of like a whole block here that is then working. And this is, wait a second, is that really a street that we built there? I don't think so, right? I think, no, it is a street here, right? So they can still walk through that. That should be fine. Having this one, we need, of course, another one that works in the mines then, so that we're losing one worker. And then I also need another building, and that is the Toolsmith that we finally researched. And this one consumes a lot of coal, iron, and coin to produce us some tools. It does cost me some stone though, and lumber, but no tools, fortunately. Let's get this one in the processing industry so that we have the sawmill already, and we might just have then our toolsmith right next to it. We're probably looking like that. I think I like this layout more. So two new buildings coming up. Hopefully we're getting some new people in here soon. I have to juggle around there at the moment in order to provide some progress. Otherwise we might be stagnant, especially when it comes to population. And I don't know if there's immigration in this game. Perhaps there is. I have a feeling there might be immigration in this game. Right now we rely on our schooly pooping power, I say, to reproduce. Oh, this one needs insulation. Let's give it to it. It's an empty house now anyway, for now, but not very long, hopefully. Very nice. Just during winter we have finished those two productions, so there we have the iron mine. Now I hope that when I assign another one to that, perfect, he's being or she's going right to the iron mine there automatically. So we produce now the iron out of this one. And then we have over here the toolsmith. For that we do need a toolsmith. There it is. Can work now. Requires coal. Coal is going to be difficult to acquire, so they really have to fight hard for each single piece of coal. We might, in order to boost it a bit here, the coal, we might boost the production. It does require some tools and money. We have that, so let's boost it by 30% in total. Sounds about right to me. We need all the coal in the world right now. And let's just check the research there. Construction goods, hedges, cloth shop, and carpenter hut. Now what are they doing? And by the way, where's my bricks? There it is, the clay pit. This opens up the stone road then as well. But what we have here is the carpenter. So this one produces furniture for my people. So there we have once again another thing. If we fulfill the demands, those buildings are going, or those people will upgrade and pay us more taxes then as well. And at last, while the toolsmith is working, we got another adult coming in. So what we can do now with that one here, we have an option. What a new problem is coming up, or what new problem is coming, is the herbs. So we purchased 20 herbs, and as we can see, it's going down at the moment. So it's down to 16. But what I can see is monthly used is 0 in January. So it's not going down so quickly, but it is something that we definitely need to keep a track on, because if herbs go down, sick people will die, of course, of their sickness. So I rather keep a close look on that. While this is not looking so tragic though, we can assign the last worker there to the miner, and I would like to have the coal mine for that. So I'm going to reduce the iron mine maximum amount of workers to 1, and that means that the coal mine gets the second worker now, and 2 people are working in that, hopefully with as much efficiency as possible. We're at 143 there right now. That might bring in some serious coal now, hopefully, that we can use them. Tools, as we can see, we're using still more tools than we produce. Actually, we produced 0, and I just hope that we produce some serious tools there soon. We could have some production bonuses here again. The furnace is upgrading that. Unfortunately, there's no visual image of that, but still, at least the numbers go up, and numbers is what we need right now. Right, winter is over once again, though it was a pretty harsh one, what I can see. Monthly used firewood was 99. We produced only 2. No idea how that is possible. Is my sawmill more busy with the bear than actually working, it seems? And the coal was used more than we produced. So that is a bit of a problem here. We got, however, 3 more adults. So 20 people we have now, 20 adults, and 10 children. There's a lot of people coming after that. So the housing problem is another thing that we need to work on. And that we can feel a bit of a pressure in the background. Similar to Banished, for example, where once your population starts to grow, you have to do more things more quickly and more things at the same time. So housing is something I would like to have one house at least to solve that imminent problem that we have, because otherwise those people would be unhappy and we can't have that. I'm also going ahead and researching the decorative hatches for now, so we can start with a bit of decoration, and then we go with the clothes workshop. The clothes workshop is producing clothes that makes people happy and also more durable during winter. But from what do we produce clothes? I think from leather. We have 174 leather in the storage here that no one is using at the moment, right? So this is just piling up there, and I hope that this is used for the clothing then, right? If for nothing else. We have 0 clothes at the moment. I wouldn't know what else we could use. Probably the cotton, but I don't have fields yet. So fields is something that we haven't unlocked. We do need to have a town center upgrade level 2 gathering hall to town center before we can actually do that. 3 workers. Let's assign one of them to the quarryman. That we have now 2 working on the stone. Very good. The docklands. Oh yeah, look at that. We're down to 14 herbs now. It's still showing 0, but I'm pretty sure that it went down again. That we need to be a bit careful. And then we could work on probably another worker slot here. Get more firewood in. I'm a bit worried by that. But we'll just see how far we go again. How much we actually store again up till next winter, I guess. Now, about the research. I was going with the clothes workshop. Really expensive research, by the way, costing 3 resources. And there the research is done. We have finished this building. Now this building though is a bit special. It is producing a luxury good for peasants. It is costing me leather, very good. Also tools and coin. It produces clothes and it increases the happiness of everyone that is in its surrounding, right? So this is the first building where we actually need to, well, be a bit more careful about its placement, because everything around it is being affected by that. I could in fact really have that clothing here on the main street. Before we go ahead here though, I would really like to make this road here even larger, right? It's the main road after all, and a main road, well, just should also look like a main road. So I'm going ahead and make this one here 4 layers long or 4 layers broad, and that also counts this one here, right? I just want to have a big, beautiful, spacious area in front of my town hall, and also in front of all these buildings, because don't forget, we're going to have some high representative buildings here as well that I need to be careful about, or that I need to mind. Unfortunately, I think we cannot move those buildings once they have been placed, so I will need to get rid of them if I want to replace them or move them, that is. So for the clothes workshop, if I build it here, we might need to move it later, but I guess that's fine. So let's just go ahead and build us that clothes workshop right here. And why right here? Well, first of all, it is pretty close to the depot, and second of all, it has some houses in its area, and I know that I'm going to build more houses here. So we're going to, or all of them are going to be affected by that happiness boost. I'm really glad that I don't have to worry about tools anymore. We're at 37. What I have to care about though is my food is still not really stable. It's insane. Let's continue by upgrading the nets to level 3, costing me quite a bit again. But we are once again boosting the efficiency of the fishermen. And over here, we could still have a 4th person working in there. The hunting lodge, let's have this smaller venison production boost that I wanted to have all along. And is there no other way of producing food at the moment? I don't think so. So I think the next one would be the fields then, or something like that. Ice fishing would be possible. So the fisherman hut efficiency during the winter is increased by something. That doesn't sound so bad for that. However, we do need declared path policy. Is it a policy? No, it's actually just a general bonus, right? So increases the herbalist hut efficiency if near a gatherer's shelter. Okay, let's go with that. We have the coin for it. Tracking prey would be the next one. And then we can go with the ice fishing. How very good. The tailor workshop has been finished, the clothes workshop. And look at what a beautiful building we have there once again now in the town center. This is looking fine right across the street. No one working in that yet. Well, we only have 2 workers, so once again I will need to assign one of them to the tailor, and then I only have 1 worker left. Well, I guess we can still make do with that. I have a problem though, I think, because I need to really keep a good track there on my coin. If I have too many of these buildings there, they all cost me a bit of coin, right? The upkeep here. I don't want this one to go above my income, obviously. Otherwise, I will have to really seriously use the docklands there or the docks to, well, sell my stuff. The tailor is working now, so he's starting to work now. As we can see, there's already the first stuff coming in. Very good. Clothes should be then fine. Let's just check the research there. So we have the tracking prey. We have the clear path. Next up would be the ice fishing now. We can afford that. And this boosts the fisher during winter by another 30%, as I said. And then we have the food production policy that I'm looking forward to. So all my food buildings are getting boosted by 10% of their efficiency once I unlock that. And I think we can afford that because we have the influence back again already. Oh, we are at 3 influence. No, we still have 2 out of 3. And we can definitely make use of this food production. There we have it, right? Oh, yeah, costing even more per year though. Will be interesting how we can keep up with the money then. No idea yet, but I'm sure we'll make do. We're still not producing enough food, so we're still not really stockpiling anything for the winter. By now, I'm a bit worried about that. Unfortunately, there's not that much I can do. I can't just place another building, as we know those buildings are expensive. I might still try it. Right, so we could still have something over here. In this corner there. I haven't built anything over there yet. This is the end of the city anyway. So I might just go ahead here and have the road there. The depot is though a bit far away. So that might be... Oh, wait a second. Here. There is perfect space for that. Yep. What we can do here is I would like to go ahead. Perhaps another gatherer shelter. Right? This one sounds right to me. Gatherers do bring in a lot of food. We don't have anything else in this area. Another fisherman might be up my list as well. Oh, efficiency is a bit down, so it's not as high as up there. I guess we need to be further away. Yes, so there we have the 100%. Okay, let's build it here after all, right? I want to reach a good efficiency on that shelter. So I'm just going ahead and build it now in this corner there. And there we do reach that efficiency. What it still needs is, of course, that road. And there it ends then, right? The road. For now. And we have exactly 1 worker available for that job. Right? Out of all of them, all of the workers that I have. We still have 1 available house. That's good to see there. Let's also insulate the remaining houses. I think it was the last one anyway. And the research has been done. The ice fishing. Perfect. So at least during this winter, my fishers will be quite sufficient or efficient. And then we have the food production over there that I would like to enact. Now, this is really expensive research though. 200 coins. And with that, we do get then a new policy. Okay, it's taking a really long time to get those resources over there. So that lumber's still not here. As we can see, only now they're starting to chop down the trees around it. Of course, we don't have that many workers. But what I will still need to do, I think, is I'm going ahead and having another depot just here around the corner. If I find it again. Where's my depot? There it is. That depot we need probably anyway because we have some water here. And what we can see here is we have some fertile land. We can see that because there's some grass on that. We also have some green land over there, which probably will be even more fertile, but we'll just see. And then I can have my depot right next to it. And we probably will have the hunting cabin here anyway and perhaps a herbalist hut. So let's go ahead and have that depot right here in this corner there. Right, so between my production buildings and my city then, so those people can still get those resources rather quickly from the depot. I hope it speeds things up. We have a lot of lumber. I'm very tempted to use that work here as a dock worker to sell some of that logs or some of that lumber that we have to make some coin. Coin is something that we basically need all the time now. Also, every research here costs me a lot of coin. I was talking about the tailor workshop that is using or that is making people happy in its surrounding. That's actually not the case right now. We need to research that, what I've seen here, the little things. So the red research is a bonus and this one here, or a permanent bonus, and this one here needs to be researched before we do get the happiness out of the clothes shop. It cost me 250 coin. We only have 300 coins, so I'm not spending that much yet on a research that gives me a marginal bonus, even though we do have some unhappy people there right now. 87 is the happiness. Luxury goods is 43 only. I think my clothes might be a bit down there, or a bit too down for my people. Who knows about that? Now, as we can see, the depot is getting its resources rather quickly. The gatherer shelter still needs some time. We have 2 workers now, very good. Carrier has been increased now to 3 as well, the maximum size, but I'm still not going to adjust or going to assign 1. I need the workers for now that can work on that. 11 children. When is someone of them growing up? Insane. We have 2 youngs, but 11 children. It's a huge gap that we have there in between, and there might be a huge wave of children growing up then rather quickly to adults. So it might very well be the case that we all of a sudden have, well, I guess 5 or 6 workers at the same time growing up, or children growing up. So we need to be prepared for that and get us some houses there up as well. Now the gatherer shelter has all its resources. Now the depot is free of any trees. Build them now, please. Well, still no one is working on those depots and on those gatherer shelters. I have no idea. I mean, what are these workers doing? Are they going out into the woods and doing funny things? There might be a problem here, a deeper problem here, and we'll probably try to figure this out pretty soon. Stay tuned.